My name's Chris Canuchari. I'm a filmmaker, producer, and writer, and I'm here to tell you about an exciting new music experience. You Can't Have Christmas Without Krampus is a new kind of Christmas carol. 15 Christmas songs from the world of Krampus, the evil Christmas enforcer. 15 songs that fill in the blanks between your favorite traditional carols. 15 songs that comprise a new musical telling the story of Krampus and why you can't have Christmas without him. Wait, you don't know who Krampus is? Well, you're not alone. Take it away, British voiceover guy.
Every Christmas, girls and boys around the world ask Santa for the thing they've wanted all year long. And if they've been good, they'll wake on Christmas morning to discover Santa's treats. But what if you haven't been good enough this year? What if you've been a bad kid? Santa uses the good list to give presents, but who uses the bad list?
I don't know.
Krampus, that's who.
What?
You haven't heard of Krampus? That must be because you're a good kid. Oh, you're not sure? Back in the old days, there were two Father Christmases. One for the good kids, and another for the...
Bad kids?
Yes, that's correct. But over the years, parents became worried about scaring their immature little children at such a festive time. You see, Krampus is a frightful, magical being. Oh, that was a tame picture of Krampus. I think he was actually smiling in that one. Here's what he looks like when he's mad. Krampus made Santa's job much easier. Kids didn't just want to be good for presents, they were good to avoid being taken back to Krampus's lair. Trust me, this is all true. But why haven't kids today heard of him? Well, over the years, parents thought that he was too scary. Little by little, they pushed Krampus out of Christmas and made Santa the only Father Christmas. But now, kids are becoming entitled and bratty. Many naughty children are even given gifts from Santa. What kind of lesson is that? Perhaps it's time to bring back Krampus and give kids a real reason to be good at Christmas time. You see, you can't have Christmas without Krampus.
You Can't Have Christmas Without Krampus. Well, what is it? Is it a musical, a movie, a collection of the greatest carols ever written? Yes! You Can't Have Christmas Without Krampus is a 15-song experience. They're Christmas carols. Actually, they're Krampus carols. They're sort of the carols that fit in between all the carols we know and love. I'm not a musician by trade or ability or any other metric, so I linked up with Eric Gerson, who's an incredible songwriter, especially in the genre of comedy musicals.
I'm Eric Gerson. I'm a composer and pianist, and I am the composer on this project. There's definitely a bittersweetness to some of the carols. A lot of them start with that familiar bittersweetness that you might get from something like Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
After Thanksgiving, we put up the tree. Piles of presents we shake violently.
But then they're kind of subverted with some comedic idea, either by the characters themselves or musically there's some subversion, just to keep you on your toes.
Santa, know what I did when I sat on that kid. Then I failed science, English, and math.
Thanks to Eric's incredible ability and ear for melody. Over the pandemic, he and I have been collaborating on my 15 songs. And they've gone from words on a Google Doc to actual good demos.
Behind door number 1 there is a garlic candy cane. Door number 2 has malware from the Ukraine. Door number 3 has...
You Can't Have Christmas Without Krampus will be released in 3 phases. First, the carols. We will produce several of the 15 Krampus carols and release them to the world this holiday season. While the initial run of Krampus carols will be released on digital platforms such as YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and maybe even over the radio. We're sure that these songs will be such a Christmas delight and lay the groundwork for the full Krampus album. While the Krampus carols are enjoyable on their own, they also tell a bigger story, the Krampus musical. I've written a whole story which weaves together a larger narrative with the carols. And it's all written down here in my libretto.
That's Italian for book.
What's the story?
You Can't Have Christmas Without Krampus tells the story of two modern children who may or may not be on Santa's good list. When they find a cursed advent calendar, they're sent back to a time when Krampus was just as important as Santa. The quirky, mischievous, and somewhat lovable Krampus takes the children on a journey of Alpine Christmas's past. The modern kids discover that being on the bad list used to have consequences much worse than getting a lump of coal. While often portrayed as a mindless demon, we feel there is more to Krampus than just throwing bad children into a sack. You Can't Have Christmas Without Krampus will finally reveal Krampus's complete story, why he was created, his true desires, his favorite foods, his ongoing rivalry with Santa, and of course, the reason why
You can't have Christmas without Krampus.
With your help producing our Krampus carols, we can take the libretto and adapt it to the stage and screen, and who knows? You Can't Have Christmas Without Krampus could be the #1 movie of Christmas 2022.
Ring, ring the Krampus bells, hear their deafening sound.
We've gone a long way in our own, but in order to get these carols out by the holidays, we need your help. Your contributions will get our songs into the studio with professional artists. Our songs are pretty great now, but just imagine them with a full Christmas carol treatment. Jazzy arrangements, jingling bells, cracking horsewhips, youth choirs, and of course, the best Yuletide yodelers this side of the Alps.
Kids never scream, but they are quite vocal. How do you think they learn how to yodel? Yodely.
Will you really make this project come true, you might be asking? Yes, I will. I have a great track record of taking big projects and getting them made. I directed and produced the hit Netflix documentary Banking on Bitcoin. I've also had films premiere at Cannes. I've even made my grandmother famous on YouTube. When I have a big idea, I see it through. And I think Krampus is a very big idea, which is why I want your help to make this a success. When you contribute to this project, we want to make sure that you feel a part of this project. With constant updates, be credited to the project, limited edition artwork, you could own a first draft of the song, early notes, early demos. Certain thresholds will also allow you to be the first person to listen to a song even before it hits the airwaves. But most of all, we want you to contribute to this project because you love the idea. These are great songs. They're actual carols. They have fun messages, singable choruses, and great instrumentation. We want these songs to fit snugly between your favorite traditional Christmas carols. You should be able to sing along with the chorus in your car as loud as you want.
May all of your screens be bright.
I'm Chris Kanichari, and thank you so much for supporting this project. The best way to avoid a visit from Krampus this year is to donate to this project. Otherwise, I warned you.
A Merry Christmas, definitely not a Merry Solstice. Time for a very Merry Christmas Day. Definitely not a heathen holiday.